On tonight's episode of the Nintendo PowerCast, episode 537, we're going to be talking about Rhythm Heaven Groove. I picked it up. I've been playing it. It's physical media that I've been enjoying. And we'll look at a few other topics in the news. The Nintendo PowerCast starts now. Welcome to another episode of the Nintendo PowerCast. How is everybody doing tonight? Hope you're amazing. I see Jason is here. What is going on? Welcome on in. We're going to be looking at some of the news, and we're also going to be talking about Rhythm Heaven. I told you guys more game recommendations on their way. And in some cases, it may be that I test the game and I say, maybe it's not for you. But that's not the case tonight. I can tell you that much. I mean, who knows? It may be a little bit more of a niche title, Rhythm Heaven, but I had a good time with it. You're gonna get to see me play it. Probably gonna make fun of me if you're watching this and and seeing it live. But I had a good time with it. I think it's pretty solid, and we'll talk about it more. Before we do, let's get into some of the news for the day. We had a Splatoon direct, and now you can play Splatoon at kiosks in North America. So let's take a look here and see where some of these kiosks are at. Looking at Nintendo Life, the article reads, ahead of the launch of Splatoon Raiders on the Switch 2 later this month, an in-store demo for the game has gone live. Listen, if we're going to put these games demos in stores, put them everywhere. All right? Put them everywhere, including the eShop. My only request. So, uh, if you happen to be located in the US or Canada and are near Best Buy, Walmart, Target, or GameStop, you'll be able to go hands-on with the new single-player experience before it's even released. This new kiosk demo apparently comes loaded with 3 levels and also allows you to try out a variety of weapons and items in the game. The final previews for Splatoon Raiders went live earlier this week, and so far it's sounding quite promising, provided you're open to a slightly different Splatoon experience. Um, they even have a little blurb from their write-up. It says, if the stages themselves can be innovating, coming up uh, coming up with new platforming challenges and more interesting ways to tackle the enemies, then Splatoon formula may have finally found its true single-player potential, which is great. Great news. So I know a few people have gone hands-on with Splatoon already, like some of these demos. One of those people being Nintendo Land. As I was setting up this stream today, he has a video up talking about uh, playing Splatoon Raiders already, so you can check out his preview. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna try to get hands on. So we'll just have to see what I think. But I'm looking forward to it. You guys heard me talk about it. I'm looking forward to it. So I want to say what's up to the chat. I want to let you guys know I tried to get the boys here tonight. Crawler's out with fam and with the fam, and I'm not sure what the other guys are up to. I got no response, and sometimes it's just the way it goes. We don't hold it against them. So, but I see we got Jason, Cryptic, Nady Nay. Nady Nay said I enjoyed the demo, but gaming is trash. We've lost him. He's gone. We've lost him forever. The Clevis is spamming the heart emoji. Let's go. Jason's heading to the kiosk tomorrow. Joey says there's a demo. All I see is Star Fox right now. Let's see. Looks like Grant, maybe? I'm not sure if I'm saying it correctly, but welcome on in. Good to see you. Joey says, careful with that video behind you. Those ninjas might get you. I know, we'll see what happens. if I won't do it again, but I figured we could at least test it, right? I see Cryptic was asking, this is my same camera. I just turned my whole desk. I just turned my whole desk. So I got this new room somewhat set up. Like it's not perfect yet. We're getting there. Probably get a little more work done this weekend. Get it a little closer. But this is like my space. This is where I ordered a second switch dock so I can have one hooked up to the desk at all times because of my wire management or my cable management. I don't want to unplug the I don't wanna unplug stuff. So, everything looks really clean right now. Um, I will be doing, like, a setup tour very soon, so you guys will be able to see, everything that I've been doing. It it's a lot of fun. I've been having a lot of fun. My little space down here is awesome. I'm hoping to get Johnny Bo and maybe some other local content creators to come and actually record, uh, live right in this studio, if you will. So, should be really cool. So, let's see, what do we see first? Joey says, Johnny Bo back on NPC or 3D Mario? Good question. Good question. Cryptic said, "I enjoyed the demo, but then I got an arrow to the knee." I like it. Um, that's, that's great. Um, let's see, Jason says, "I'm gonna record this episode on my phone." Perfect. I love it. Uh, the Clever says, like the video chat." Hey, that'd be ideal, right? Nate says, "Looking good over there." Well, thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. I wanna grab a few more news, just a couple more news articles, taking a look at Nintendo Life. We'll just see what else there is, you know? I know we kinda peruse this daily, but, I wanna keep peeking. Here's what I will notice I'm noticing happening today, like, all of a sudden, anything that is getting physical media, thanks to PlayStation saying they're no longer doing physical media, seems to be, like a headline, essentially, right? So, the Switch 2 co-op exclusive Orbitals is getting a proper physical release. So, if that's one and I believe Orbitals is like, it's they're saying like retro anime. I know we've seen this one in a couple of, I believe we've seen this one in a couple of directs. So, um, I wanna say, let's see, coming out September 3rd. The Cleva says, "Boo, PlayStation." Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Boo, PlayStation. I'm gonna play Orbital's video for just a second here because I wanna see if it's the game that I think it is. So, yeah, it is. It's kind of like that It's Take Two, um, or It Takes Two, uh, or what's the other one? Unraveled, right? I think there's one more too that I'm thinking of. You guys might know that where it's like it was the Switch, it was a launch title. Maybe that is I don't think it's that it's the makers of It Takes Two, I believe. I think I'm saying the correct name, but, yeah, the co-op puzzle adventure, so that's getting a proper physical release. The Elder Scrolls is also getting a proper physical release, and so that's super, super cool. Like, I told you guys earlier, like, I'm on this, like, kind of on this physical media kick, and, uh the 4K Blu-ray, just making sure I pick up the physical versions. I picked up physical Star Fox, Rhythm Heaven Groove, which we're gonna be talking about tonight. So, um, yeah, it's it's so crazy to me, like, when I even bought a Blu-ray player, and when I hit the open the tray, I was like, "Yo, this just took me back to, like, when I got my first DVD player." And I don't know why, but there was almost like just the silly ceremony of putting a disc in the tray. I'm like, I I kinda like this. I think I've missed it, you know? So, uh, it's it's been cool getting back into physical media. So let's see. Mr. Dave says Sony isn't on the physical kick anymore. Very true. This this is very true. Um, let's see. Nate says, I hate all the digital guys and their stupid opinions. Keep playing how you play, you idiots. Nothing is changing for you silly, insecure knuckle draggers. It's only worse for people that prefer physical. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Um, Nate also says, once you see movies on disc, you notice how much streaming compresses. Yeah, the audio's been a big I've noticed a big change as well. So, um, uh, it's just what's weird is in a sense, it doesn't take long to like put these, put a game in the system or put a disc in the tray, whatever the case may be. But it almost just feels like it takes you back to like slower times, where everything's just not flying by and you you have to be kind and rewind depending on how old you are, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, uh, I yeah, it's what's crazy is how everybody has flipped on the game key cards. They're like, that, uh, that, all of a sudden they don't look so bad because at least it's something that you can trade, you can sell, and you can still have it on your shelf, right? Like, it's not ideal. It's not ideal, but at least there's something there. So, um, oh no. Oh no. They got me. They no, I'm I'm gone on YouTube. They got me. They got me on YouTube. You guys, hopefully everybody will just head over to Twitch. What have I done? That's oh, it may be gone everywhere. I may just have to start this one over. Well, alright. I can anybody even hear me right now? Can you guys even is there anybody in the chat can hear my voice? Anybody? I'm on Twitch still. Okay. Alright. Well, we'll see if others um, make their way over. Uh I guess this was not allowed, apparently. Even blurred out. I'm like, "It should be blurry enough, right?" Like, apparently not. Apparently not. So, yo, what's up? Firestone's here. I love it. Well, let's keep right on to going. And we're going to I got some footage of Rhythm Heaven. So let's talk about it. I told you guys more game recommendations on the way. And um, so literally everybody on YouTube, everybody on YouTube right now is like, blink twice if the ninjas have you. Cryptic's like, because he had the movie in the background. I'm cracking up. They're still in the chat, but um so all right, well let's talk about Rhythm Heaven. Uh first, I I don't I don't have any like nostalgia for this game. All right? Like zero. I got um zero nostalgia. Never really played the first one. Really didn't have any idea what it was. Like really didn't have a clue what it was. I see some more people jumping in. Welcome on in. Looks like Danny. Uh there's the chats are cracking me up. So um note to self, do not put what I need to put on in the background is like the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, something like retro or Captain N, the Game Master, not the new movies, because that's not a great thing there. So no nostalgia for Rhythm Heaven. Woke up today and was like, "Yo, I need to pick this up. I need more games to talk about um, with these game recommendations. So let's give it a go." And so at about, I don't know, 9 o'clock tonight, I fired it up and just started going through it. It's simple. Okay. It's simple. I want to mention that the Metacritic um for Rhythm Heaven, last I saw, was at uh yeah, here we go. Rhythm Heaven Groove. Last I saw was in the 80s. Sit at 82. Like Nintendo has consistently had games in the 80s coming out over and over again. And so um I don't even know who can see me right now and who can't. I think Twitch is still good. Uh Nady Nay and Joey still over on YouTube. Um I don't know. Hopefully I'm not destroying my channel right now, but we'll see. We'll see. I think we'll be okay. Oh, I'm back on YouTube. Okay. So wild. So oh, Jason has them both up. Okay, I was like, I don't know, so confusing. So, uh, I didn't know what to expect getting into Rhythm Heaven. Like, I really didn't. I did not know if I was gonna like it or not. There is a demo for this one, you guys, so go check out the demo and see if it's something that's for you, okay? And, uh I'm enjoying it. I am enjoying it. Now, I wanna grab a couple chats because Sub Zippo said, "I hear this sucks on docked, audio gets out of sync, maybe IGN just has a crappy setup." Okay, the game literally tests your, uh, like, how out of sync you are. You saw at the beginning of the video, like, it was saying 1, 2, 3, 4, and you have to hit A on the 4, and then it tells you, "Hey, we synced up." Now, I'm playing on an LG, OLED monitor, whatever, like, does not have much delay whatsoever. It's literally a gaming monitor, right? I'm playing with my wired in-ear monitors. I wasn't really out of sync. The only thing that I noticed is that if if I wasn't hitting it right on time, it was one of 2 things. I was either hitting it early or late, but I felt like as you get into some other levels, you play as a dog that has to catch a frisbee, and you have to count to 7. And if you if you let the word 7 complete, you'd miss the frisbee. It'd be like, as soon as 7 came on screen, like, as soon as you heard the "s," you'd wanna hit it, and then you would complete it. So, it's very on beat, and, once you're hearing the rhythm, once you're moving with the rhythm, you can you can complete the levels. In some cases, I did have a couple levels or at least one level where I got a 100%. And then I had some other levels that, like, the ratings that you get that I saw anyway were good, really good, and amazing. And when you do amazing, you get a medal, essentially. So that the levels, it was just fun. It's very weird, okay? It's weird, quirky Nintendo. Is this the game that you're, like, planning on sinking hundreds and hundreds of hours into? Absolutely not. You may play the demo and be like, "That was enough for me." There's a ton of charm with this game. I just and if you guys know me, you've listened to me for a long time, whatever, like, I'm not super critical on stuff. I'm not. If if it makes me smile, if it makes me feel relaxed, if I feel like there's a little bit of a challenge here, in the case of this game, with the music going and the drums would kick in, for those of you guys that know, I mean, I don't even know, you can't really see. I've got the microphone there. I think the guitar is hanging up behind me over here. Like, I'm a musician, right? So I'm literally dancing in my chair, you know, bobbing my head to the beats, and I was having fun, you know? So, Cryptic said, "Yeah, that's what I got from it. Demo was enough for me." And that's fine. Like, I don't know that there's like a huge carrot on the stick and you're like, "Oh, I can't wait to unlock everything." But some of the stuff was just making me laugh. One of the levels, you're a frog with a lily pad, and when the other frogs land on top of you, you're literally sending them into space. And, uh I was laughing. Like, I was just like, "This is so weird and so perfectly Nintendo," that I was like, I'm here for it." It reminds me of the kinda game that you, like, maybe would be a student project, but it's also a student project that they probably got an A or a B on, right? Like, the music's also good. I believe there's some actual artists. I was hearing, like, it'll tell you, like, who the artist is, and, you're hearing lyrics and stuff. W What I really, really enjoyed is you do each stage or each level within the stage, and then you do this, like, mashup of all of the levels combined for, like, this final song, and everything is still on beat. There were elements of this game that, like, you guys are gonna laugh at this, but it kinda reminded me of 1-2 Switch. Like, 1-2 Switch was, like, very quirky. Some stuff, like, wasn't really animated all that well, it didn't seem like anyway. It was more like there would be, like, one motion and then another motion, and they would just kinda move those things together, and that's how they would, like, animate things. That's kinda how this is. Like, there at one point, you're playing as this hand-drawn hand that's just catching what look like marbles, and you're popping them, and they're supposed to be bubbles, and you're popping them on beat. Not a sentence I really thought I'd ever say, but it's funny. It's funny, and I played for a solid 35 minutes prior to getting started here, and, I woulda kept going. Like, I woulda kept going, but I wanna grab a couple chats, so let's see, the Cleva wants to know if it will work on a CRT TV. I mean, anything's possible, you know? I think anything is possible these days. Cryptic said it's a DS game, it's meant to be played in small sizes, um, walking, taking the train. Yes. Yeah, and Nate's got a comment that we're gonna grab in a second too that I kind of agree with. It's Cryptic also says it's going to be a good party game when you have family nights or friends over, eat some junk food. Yes, like, this game would, uh it would fall into the same category as, for me, as Heave Ho. And if you guys have been with the show for a while, you know that when we did episode 400, we got an Airbnb, we were all in the same house. We we played Heave Ho, we played Strikers, we played Towerfall. This one could easily get put in the mix. And the gameplay that you're seeing right now, and obviously if you're only listening to the audio, you're a little character with an umbrella on your head, and you open it and you close it, and you open it and you close it. And when you mess up, the other characters glare at you. And honestly, I thought that was hilarious. So it's just these little bite-sized games that have quite a bit of charm, and I had a great time. I had a good time with this game. So Nate said, "I thought it was fun. I like rhythm stuff for pick up and play, but felt like it could be a mobile game." And yeah, that's it does really lend itself to that. Like, uh you could easily do this on a touchscreen, and it is one of those games that as I'm playing it, I'm like, Nintendo does like Picto Nico or whatever that was. Nobody's even talking about it. I don't think anybody has actually played it. It it's not a great idea. And you've got this like all these goofy IPs. You had some of the most, if not the most successful handhelds in gaming history. Why not shift a little bit of focus to getting some of these games that would translate really well to mobile, have them both on console and mobile. This could be and I mean a little bit of a tangent, but how many times have we talked about make them linked together, right? Do a Rhythm Heaven mobile that if, I get so far and then I link to this game, maybe it unlocks another set of stages here or just something along those lines where there's some connectivity and they talk to each other. I love that kind of stuff. I love it. So I'm always going to be for that. Uh Joey says now WarioWare game on GBA, that was a good one for me. There you go. Another prime example of what could be a great, you know, a great mobile game. So, the Cleva says it looks like a mobile game. It kind of does. It kind of does. Um, Jason said, "Picto Nico, what's that?" Right? I don't. I've heard. I've heard approximately zero people talk talk about that game since it came out, and I don't know. I don't know who's playing it. I'm not sure. Maybe there's a small audience. Maybe it's doing well in Japan and over here nobody has any interest in it. But like I fired it up one day and I'm like, I'm not buying these packs. Like there's no way these are filters you can get for free on Snapchat, essentially. So, it was uh just strange. Um, let's see. Um Cryptic said, is this a game that gets lost after Platoon? I think it's I think its timing is pretty good, especially like guys, the Switch library or the games coming out for Switch and Switch 2 this this year. It's it's a stacked deck, right? And so having Star Fox come out, which like it has some long tail with the multiplayer, but only 3 stages. That's going to keep it from being super long tail. And then short of like 100%ing it and finding all the pathways and all that kind of stuff, even that probably not going to take you super long. So, wrapping up Star Fox, then jumping into Rhythm Heaven, I don't think it's going to be a super long game. 39.99. It's not, you're not breaking the bank with this one. And and then and then you're jumping into Splatoon right after that. And the other thing with this Rhythm Heaven game, you can play it for a while and it's like maybe a kind of a good one to play before bed, depending if you don't wanna bother your significant other with the with the sound of you're seeing a dinosaur eat, flower petals essentially on screen right now. So, maybe not the best falling to sleep or falling asleep game, but, throw some headphones in. But it does warn you, be careful with wireless headphones. Um Be careful playing docked. It even says, play handheld. You're not gonna have any lag whatsoever, like 0 latency. So, uh, that's, that's something to keep in mind as well. But this is definitely you're going to get an oil change, you bring your Switch 2 while you're waiting in the lobby. This is one of those games to pick up and play and have some fun with. You're taking a train ride, taking an Uber, whatever. This is a good one to just pull out. You don't have to get super invested. You know, again, you are probably gonna want headphones. Um, let's see. I got to be careful what I read here. The clever says, "How much they want for this? 39.99. Yeah, it can't be 60. No. No, it's definitely a budget title. It honestly, it gives indie game vibes, and it's priced like a little higher than probably most indies. Uh, but, again, my I'll play this more than once, and so you guys know you know if that's the case, for me, that it's probably okay. You know, if we have similar tastes, similar interests, if I'm playing it more than once, I'm, uh, I'm really enjoying it. And it was good. It was good. I think, like I kinda said, the thing that it just made me happy. Like, I was just smiling, bobbing my head, kinda dancing in my chair, and, uh, and just having it was just fun. At the end of the day, it was just fun. But get the demo. Try the demo, see if it's for you, see if you wanna play it for longer than what the demo offers. And it gets weird. I mean, if you're seeing on screen right now, you're seeing, a bunch of the different little characters and stuff that, from the first world or the first stage, and it's like hand drawn. It's like a lot of hand drawn, like, weird sound effects. Again, very, very Nintendo and very quirky. I It doesn't seem like a Josh game. It doesn't, but I had a good time with it. Cryptic said, "Josh dancing, why was this not recorded?" It was more like a just bobbing my head, you know? Like, let's be real, not a ton of dancing, but, um Jason says, "It's a small game, and for Nintendo games, I say go big or go home and play my backlog." There you go. Nothing wrong with that. Here this You guys, here it is. We couldn't get through a stream, a show without, uh, Joey Pitts. One thing that would get me to buy this game, a Diddy Kong minigame. Here we go. Course, of course, I would expect nothing less. Nothing less whatsoever. But, no, like I was saying though, just like at one point you play as a car, and the car in front of you beeps twice, and you gotta hit down on the D-pad to hit your brakes, and the car behind you does a countdown, and uh then you gotta hit the A button to hit the accelerator, and you just do it in time. Oh, like over and over and over again. You just keep keep the rhythm going. And it's fun. It's just goofy fun. Also a little bit of a challenge, making sure you're right, right in sync with everything. Like it's not just uh not just like super, super easy. It felt like there was a bit of precision to it. And so I don't know. This is what I'm recommending. I am recommending you're about to see if you're watching, you're about to see the frogs just get launched. And this one was no pun intended, but it was sending me. Like I was just like, this is this is super funny. Super funny. So the clever says I should be streaming it while I'm talking about it. I'm laser focused with this, bro. Like I'm too laser focused with this one. I can't. I can't. I'll be just staring at the screen, bobbing my head, trying to get the rhythm and get the A button. So I can't, I can't on this one. I gotta just use the B roll. Um, Nady Nay says this is one of those games I'd love to have, but wouldn't buy for myself. Like if the kids, um, like for the kids, are buying it for them, but then you can play. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. Jason said Slippy's relatives going on a trip, to go see him. There you go. They're doing a barrel roll on their way to space. Quick side note about Slippy, you guys. I mean, obviously, I got the claim for, for the Mario Galaxy movie, unfortunately, tonight, but, I put it on today because like I said, I got the 4K Blu-ray. When Fox says when Fox says, "That's what I get for trusting an engineer that's a frog," and it literally switches to the N64 face of Slippy, I I cracked up, like, I know I saw it when I saw it in theaters, but for some reason, when I caught it today, like, uh, I was cracking up. Like, I was cracking up. I loved seeing a little bit of, them poking fun at Slippy, so, um, Nate said, "Do you use the D lily pad on this one?" Here we go. Here we go. Bringing out the dad jokes. Um, the Clever says, "Anything do I that I didn't like about this game?" That's a good question. Um, overall, it like well, I didn't like the voice that, like, kind of reads to you at the beginning, and then you can immediately turn it off, which I thought was great, so you don't have to listen to, like, the robot voice reading to you. Um, anything that I didn't like, you you gotta remember, like, if stuff doesn't resonate with me right away, I would just like, "Ah, this didn't do it for me." And I just kinda walk away from it. I don't feel like there was any glaring, like, "Ooh, I didn't like that." Uh, you know, one of the things I would say is I do wanna try it handheld because like IGN said, like we were talking about earlier in the show, like, potentially your your rhythm is more in sync, but at the same time, I had a few games that I literally 100%ed, so I don't think anything was off. It's just you're not mindlessly just hitting the A button, and I think that would have made this, uh, a game that I would been less likely to recommend. You're not just hitting the button over and over again. You're having to follow different beats, you're having to listen if, like, the drums do, like, a little backbeat or, you know, they, like, kinda, like, stutter or anything like that, like, you've gotta follow that beat, and so that made it better. If it had been dumbed down to the point that it was, like, kind of just mindlessly hitting the A button, I wouldn't have enjoyed it at all. But, it's a good price, it's weird and charming, it's got, like again, I'm bobbing my head, I loved hearing, like, they when you start a level, you're just playing with a drum set that's just setting the rhythm for you, and so I really like that as well. So, no, there wasn't too much about this game that I really didn't like, you know? I I knew what it was, like, I mean, I felt like from the directs, I kinda knew what it was, didn't really think it would be something for me, and I ended up liking it even more than I thought I would. And so, um, uh, Nate's looking at the car right now and he says, "Oh, this mini game, you have to be very careful on the button press." Yeah. Yeah, no no doubt. So, I I'm recommending it. It's a recommendation for you guys. I'm gonna throw another game recommendation out. I've talked about it on here before, but I saw it in my feed again today, like on X, and that's Cast and Chill. It might be on sale. I think it was on sale like on Steam or something because somebody was talking about it there. It's another just absolutely uh just relaxing game. If you enjoy fishing, if you enjoy like some like beautiful scenery, pixel art, I've sang this game's praises. I absolutely love it. So go and check out Cast and Chill as well. And I may recommend some of the older games that that I've played over the years. Just maybe you're new to the show, maybe you're kind of looking for some of those hidden gems. Like I'll bring back some oldies but goodies. So the last thing I want to remind everybody, a lot of you guys got memberships on uh YouTube. Make sure to link your YouTube and your Discord so that you can become a producer. I want to I want to come up with like members game nights, maybe a GoldenEye or a Perfect Dark tournament. I wanna do some things like that that will, uh, just, just be fun, right? To really focus on gaming and gaming together. But I can't do it alone. So, if you guys have that membership and who knows, we might open it up for certain like, once a month, we just open it up to everybody, but then have some exclusive nights. I don't know how it's all gonna work, but I know a lot of you guys have memberships right now. So, take advantage of that, become a like, join the producer role. All you gotta do is just link your Discord to your YouTube, and it will happen. And then the same is true with, like, Twitch as well. So if you're a sub on Twitch, the same thing happens. So, um, it just helped me shape this a little bit because I really want it to be something that people are excited to come back to, and, I a lot of times I'm doing all this on my own, right? And so any extra ideas, any help, honestly, can help make this, even better. Right? To where it's more than just about me talking into the microphone, but it's actually us doing some gaming together. Quick little side note, the Clevis says Cast and Chill is $10 on the eShop, normally 15. So I was correct. It is on sale right now. Guys, it's 10 bucks that you will not regret. It is $10 you won't regret. If one of the things I do with this game is I will put it on, throw headphones on, I will have it on the screen, and it will auto fish, and you can tell it not to catch the, legendary fish for that section, but it will just earn you money so that you can go and buy new poles, buy new boats, uh, and you just hear the sound of the lure hitting the water, the dog will bark, you'll hear some geese, you'll hear, like, flowing water, you hear waves crashing if you're in the ocean, like, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. So go spend that $10. You won't regret it. I promise you, you won't regret it. It's a fantastic indie game. So, that's gonna do it for tonight. You guys have been amazing. Thank you for hanging out for episode 537, and as always, play it loud.